Hello and good evening. Welcome back to more cognitive behavior therapy. I've got my therapy dog with me. I've got my book. So let's go, shall we? Tonight's video will be slightly longer than the previous one, since this is a slightly longer chapter. So strap in and get ready, alright? Chapter 8. Developing your wellness behaviours. Now we all know what this means, don't we? Sorry people, I keep itching tonight. Okay. Scheduling your time in a helpful way is a core component of CBT. There are two types of scheduling that we are going to focus on. The first is pleasant event scheduling. Two is activity scheduling. And before you ask what is pleasant event scheduling, I'm about to tell you. Pleasant event scheduling is exactly what it sounds like. Making time to do things that you enjoy. Doing things that bring us pleasure is an important part of keeping our mood in check. The benefits of doing this not only apply to the specific moment we are doing it, but actually have a more long-lasting effect. People who make time to engage in pleasant behaviours are more resilient and feel more confident in their ability to cope with stressors. The next page is a list of common pleasant and often relaxing events. We've got little bullet points for this, so I'm going to take a pause between each one. Socialising with friends. Gardening or visiting a garden. Or visiting a garden. Not a garden. Which is actually quite a good idea when you think about it. A nice garden like a park with flowers. I mean, that's probably quite hard for people who live in the middle of a big city. Easier for someone like me. Learn to play an instrument or sing. Interesting. Playing with the kids. I don't have any kids. Going to the gym. I used to go to the gym, but I never really wanted to exercise when I was there. In hindsight, I probably should have kept it up, but hindsight's a wonderful thing. Treat yourself to a spa. That's probably nice, but that's not always in the economic range of some people, unfortunately. Watching a funny movie. Now that is possible. That is possible for almost everyone. Because chances are, even if you are dirt poor, you will have a DVD player. And you all should have at least one film that makes you laugh in your collection. I'm not going to give any examples because, because what makes a film funny depends on who you are. I mean, if I said my favourite comedy film was, say, Basketball or something, it's not. It's a comedy film I like, but it's not my favourite. It's the first one I thought of. Someone else might turn and say, well, that's a load of crap, that film. That's the most boring thing ever. Now, on to the next before I get too far into this. Listening to music. This can be a good one. It needs to be good music, though, or at least something upbeat. I might have to actually think about that. I might have to make an upbeat playlist. I was listening to the radio earlier tonight and I heard this song by Mika, I think called Love Love Me or something like that. I put the title in the thumbnail of the video, but it was just such an upbeat song I was listening to at the time. It was nice. And it made me think I should probably have a playlist. I was saying that. I do have a Northern Soul playlist which serves a similar purpose. Next one. Getting creative, painting or drawing. Yeah, you could do that. You could also write. I was writing a story about 2 years ago which made me feel good. It kind of ran out of momentum, unfortunately. So I can see why they had painting or drawing, because it's like just one thing. Cooking. Ooh, now that's something I do enjoy. Cooking a nice meal. Taking a bath. Don't have access to a bathtub, unfortunately. Reading a book. I'm doing that right now. But obviously it means more like a fiction book or a biography or some adventure, some type of book that you like. I personally like, not so much, well, they are sort of biographical, but it's more like a person who went somewhere and had an adventure. I will go and get an example. Show you the type of thing, which would be better. Wait there, please. Perfect example of the sort of thing I like. This one. Up Pompeii by Paul Watson. It's about this guy who, well, and his friend, but his friend only plays a part in half the book, I think. And they want to become part of an international FIFA team. And they find this little Micronesian island called Pohnpei. And as they contact them, they end up coaching a football team there, despite having no experience of coaching or anything. And they go out there, they make some friends, they have a bit of drama with the football team, but they have a nice happy ending to it. Sort of thing I like. I've got another one as well I think it's called One Ball, No Nets or something like that. It's about a guy who goes to Zimbabwe to coach a football team. And he takes them to the Kanifa World Cup. It's really good. I got a signed copy from the bloke that actually wrote it. I recommend it. It's written by Justin Wally. There'll be a thumbnail on the screen of the book. Now let's get on with the books, shall we? Otherwise we'll be here all night. A common misconception in our society is that spending time relaxing or enjoying ourselves is an indulgence that can only be enjoyed when all the other more important things are done. Now this is something I fall into. In fact, many of us feel guilty for taking time purely for ourselves, sometimes even berate ourselves for being so selfish. I do that all the time. This is of course false. There is lots of scientific evidence that rather than a luxury, me time is in fact a necessity for keeping us mentally refreshed and strong. Excuse me. Still not convinced? Let's consider the following analogy. Imagine a large pitcher of water with 6 glasses. And for those who can't imagine, here is a picture of a pitcher with 6 glasses. That was a mouthful. Bit of a tongue twister. A picture of a pitcher. The water in this pitcher is used to fill the glass with water. As the owner of each glass takes sips, the water in the glass gradually reduces and is continually topped up by the water in the pitcher. Bit by bit, the liquid in the pitcher reduces and the pitcher is eventually empty. If we want more water, what do? We simply take the pitcher to its own water source and we fill it. This may seem very obvious, but for some reason we don't often apply this logic to ourselves. We are exactly like the pitcher of water, glasses into which we pour our water, example, energy, time, effort, etc. represent all the areas of our life that we prioritise: family, friends, work, housework, etc. Just like the pitcher, we cannot keep pouring an endless supply of ourselves into these things. After a period of time we need replenishing. Otherwise we are simply going through the motions of pouring ourselves into things without actually having anything left to give. This can lead to increased stress, burnout, and the sense that we are overwhelmed and not doing anything well. At the bottom it says, complete exercise 8.1, 8.2 and 8.3 to boost your mood through scheduling and engaging in pleasant events. This is going to be a long one tonight, folks. Okay. Identifying your pleasant events. Make a list of 10 things that you enjoy doing. You can refer to the list on page 111 for inspiration. See, those were the bullet points we looked at earlier. Make a list of 10 things that I enjoy doing. Okay. One thing I enjoy doing. Walking. As you probably tell by seeing some of my other videos. So I have walking. Reading is another one, as I pointed out with the book I just told you about. That's number 2. Number 3. Watching TV/films. They can be good if you don't largely do it in moderation. I mean, I'm currently getting back into a series called My Name is Earl, which I loved 20 years ago. Admittedly, some of the jokes haven't aged as well, in my opinion, but I'm still enjoying it. But the key is to watch, say, 1 episode a day, or maybe 2. No more. Otherwise, you end up binging the whole thing and Netflix just ends up looking down at you. Or any other streaming service. I'm currently not with Netflix, I'm with another one. That's also where I watch my other favourite show, Bob's Burgers, on. If you're in the UK, you can probably tell which streaming service I'm on about. Or most other countries, actually. I think most streaming services are mostly the same now, whichever country you go to. So that's number 3. Okay, number 4. Let's go back to the list of bullet points. Listening. I wouldn't say music listening can be a good thing, but I don't do a lot of it, not as much as I used to. I listen to more comedy these days. There are some very good comedy out there. I mean, even a nice little audio sitcom you can listen to while you're walking is very good. I mean, for example, one of the ones I do like is a sitcom where I'm not sure you can call it a sitcom or comedy, but one of the ones I like listening to is called Thanks a Lot Milton Jones. Hence, you can guess who stars in it. And it's just about him having these, what's the word, surreal adventures every week. I really like listening to it because it's just silly, it's funny. And sometimes it's just nice to have something funny to listen to, you know? Sometimes you're a bit down, you just have something silly, and when Milton Jones is doing his thing, I just find it I find it very hard to be sad. I remember years ago I discovered one of his earlier works after what was a very bad breakup, and he's held a place in my heart ever since. Or his comedy has, at least. Never met the guy, so I can't really say. Well, so that's number 4. Number 5. I can't believe I'm going to put this in, but I'm going to have to say exercise. You've probably seen me mention jogging plenty of times. And I have. I mean, I go jogging about 4 times a week. Sometimes 3, sometimes 5. But I try to make it 4. 3 at a bare minimum. And I do enjoy it. Because, well, I'm not sure. I would say, yeah, I think I enjoy the jogging more now than I ever thought I would do. It's like, I feel knackered doing it, but knowing I'm doing myself good puts me in a nice, happy place. It really does. And granted, I would admit, okay, I'm still jogging 2 miles and I'm struggling to get anywhere near my record of 18 minutes and 9 seconds or whatever it was. I'll put a picture up on the screen now so you can see it and I can see it as well for reference. I'm struggling to get that, actually. I have no idea how I got that, but I did. But going out there and trying it still makes me feel good. So I've got to think of 5 more things. Number 6. Playing games on my laptop. That does bring me happiness, as long as I do it in moderation. Yeah, that is one of those. See, a video game is like TV shows or anything like that. Really, it can be good for you, but you got to do it in moderation. Okay, and you can't let yourself get really hooked onto it. Okay, otherwise you'll just be doing it half the time just because. And also, I say moderation because blue light is not good. Blue light is not good. Too much of it can cause problems, and you end up just doing it half the time just because. It's like the blue light calls you. Right, so on to the next one, number 7. I'm really struggling now. Cooking. That was one I was on about earlier, wasn't it? Cooking. I enjoy cooking. I like making food. I mean, granted, I've not really made anything from scratch as such. I mean, I've not grounded down any ingredients or anything, because it's like I buy curry powder as curry powder. I don't buy the base ingredients for that and then make the curry powder. But saying that, I do have a mixture at the moment of curry powder, garam masala, paprika and garlic. But if I'm honest, I only made that mix up because I bought some garam masala powder and I wasn't really a big fan of it. So I mixed it up with curry powder, paprika and garlic, which I usually put in a lot of things I cook anyway. So that leaves 3. 3 left. I would say travelling, but I can't really say that because that's cheating. That's just holidays. Everyone else got holiday. And when I'm on travelling, I walk mostly anyway. So I can't really put that in. There are other things that bring me joy, but I can't think for life me what they are. This is hard, people. This is really hard. Got to think of 10 things. Socialise with friends? I don't have friends anymore. I've lost contact with them. Well, I need to do that again. Playing, I don't have kids. I have a guitar, but to be honest with you, I'm trying to sell it because I barely touch it. Bought it years ago because most of my friends at the time playing. I thought I might be able to learn and have a bit of a jam with them. But then we kind of lost contact, so that didn't really work. Creativity. I used to enjoy writing. I should get back into it. I'm going to make that number 8. And I cannot think of 9 and 10. I'm really struggling here, people. Let me think. I don't really do bath. Well, I don't have access to a bath tank, but even then I don't really do baths. Just the thought of lying in my own dirt kind of puts me off. I like showers. But the heat, I like a nice long shower, hot showers. I know that is sometimes a bit, well actually no. A nice shower can be going in number 9. Because you always feel better after a shower. It's one of those things, I always think, I don't really need this shower. Do I really need it? But as soon as I get in, I'm like, yeah, I like this. Now, let me think. I used to have a dog, so I'm going to put in 10. Hanging out with a dog. Because that was good fun. I have this dog now. He's good company. It's not my previous dog, he just lies about. So that's 10 things. Hopefully I'll remember them. And if you are at home, play along. Play along at home, people, okay? Okay. Next part. Consider your diary at regular intervals for the next couple of weeks and commit to doing a few of these activities. You may find that you can fit in more than one over the next week. Write statements indicating which activity you have chosen and when you will do it. Okay. For example, to replenish myself this week, I'm going to have a long relaxing bath on Wednesday evening after dinner. Okay, so number 1. To replenish my mental health this week, I'm going to watch a comedy film. I have no idea which one. I'll let you know. And it will be one I've seen before, so I know it's good. Okay, number 2. To replenish myself this week, I'm going to make a curry. That's right, I'm going to make a curry. And have a nice dinner with it. There'll be rice, there'll be naan bread and bhajis and papadums. I only eat half of it, but I'll make it. And it'll be nice all the same. Okay, number 3. This week, to replenish my mental health, I'm going to have a nice country walk. A proper country walk. Not just walking aimlessly, but proper walking. I just thought, in my pleasant events, I could have put making this vlog, because this is nice. I like this. Even though my viewers don't really go above double digits, it's still nice to do. I could have also put going to football games, because I enjoy that. For the long walk, I probably will make a video. If it's too windy, I won't, because it'll just be me. Or you'll only hear the wind and you'll struggle to hear me. But like that other video I done where I put a windy day at New Monk's Farm or whatever it is called. You'll see the thumbnail on the screen, so you'll know which one. Okay, exercise 8.2. For next week, record your thoughts and your mood before and after engaging in your pleasant events. Over time, this will help you track and prove to yourself the benefits of pleasant event scheduling. Try to fill in the following diary to help with this process. This diary asks you to do 1. Describe a pleasant event. 2. Record your automatic negative thoughts and emotions about the event before the event. 3. Record your thoughts and emotions about the event after the event. If I remember, I'll try and do this for the vlog. I'll stress the word try to remember. 4. Rate the intensity of your emotions. 0, meaning a trace, and 100, the most intense feelings you can possibly have. And your belief in your thoughts. 0% equals not at all. 100% means completely. Both before and after the event. Example diary. Date 7th of August 2012. Okay, now I know how old this book is. Pleasant event. Who were you with? Stan and Katie. What were you doing? Going out to dinner. When was it? 7th of August. Where were you? In the city. Doesn't say which one. Thoughts before then. Write automatic thoughts or images. I don't want to go. I'm too tired and I won't enjoy myself. Rate belief in automatic thoughts. 80%. So they're pretty committed to not enjoying themselves and not going. Feelings before the event. Describe each mood. Sad, happy, anxious, excited, etc. and rate the degree of intensity of each emotion. 0 to 100. Fatigued 90%, resentful 30%, anxious 50%. Thoughts after the event. Rate belief in thought before the event. 0%. Write new thoughts or images. What was going through my mind now? I really enjoyed it. So good to catch up. It's been worth the effort. Rate belief in alternative thoughts. 100%. See, this is me. I'll say I don't want to do this thing. I don't want to do that. I ain't got the mental capacity. It's going to be crap. Then I'll do it and I think, that was really good. I should do that again. But when it comes over to the next time, I'm back to where I begin. But that is where this comes in handy. This is part of my fixing journey. Okay? Feelings after the event. Describe each mood and rate degree of intensity of each emotion. From 0 to 100. Contented 100%. Fatigued 30%. Okay, events. Okay, this is one of those things I'm going to have to do during the event, so you're not going to see this. I might make another video on it if I remember, and I'll stress the word if I remember, because chances are I'll go out and forget. Okay, so let's get to the end of the events. Okay, so we've done all that. First, act positive, then feel positive. We may not always see an improvement in our mood immediately after engaging in a pleasant event or activity. This is very true. This is particularly true if our mood has been low or anxious for some time. However, this does not mean that the pleasant events are not working. It simply means our positive emotions and perspective may be so out of practice that they've forgotten how to work. In other words, our brains become so used to feeding our negative perspective and emotions that it has become our default setting. Now, funny enough, I saw a video on YouTube earlier from Dr. Tracy Marks. I'll put a thing in the thumbnail up in the description so you can search it yourself. And one of the things she said was, depression and negative thoughts is a natural thing our brain does. It's like a defense mechanism almost. I think that's what she said. And she gave out, in this video, she gave out some exercises that you can do to try and keep out these negative thoughts. Or rather tricking our brain into not doing them. I'll put a link to the video in the description. It's really good. You should watch it. But it's very interesting to learn that depression, that our negative thoughts is something our brain does. It really is. Now back to the book. Don't despair. If this is the case, as persistent is the don't despair. This is the case, as persistence is the key. Through engaging in pleasant events, we are resetting our mind and refueling our feel-good emotions. What is activity scheduling? Activity scheduling is another important part of both improving our mood and minimizing stress. It is a crucial element of CBT that directly breaks the vicious cycle that often leaves us feeling stuck in a rut. When we feel low, we often feel unmotivated. If we go back to our thoughts, feelings, behavior cycle, we can see that a lack of motivation breeds inactivity, which reinforces demotivating thoughts. Example, I can't be bothered, which fosters more lack of motivation, and so on. Now, you got a little thing here. I'll read it. The thought is, I can't be bothered, and that leaves you feeling unmotivated. And your behaviour from that is procrastination. And that in turn leads to the thought of, I can't be bothered. It's a never-ending cycle, quite literally. By purposely scheduling activities in your day, you'll break this cycle in a positive way. Let's say that you've wanted to sort the growing stack of mail on your desk for several months, but haven't felt motivated to do so. Now, funny enough, I have about 20,000 unread emails. I should probably work on. I did about 2 years ago to start on fixing. I said I was going to go for a month a day of emails. That way they would eventually go down. And you know what? I never actually did it. I started, but I never finished. Now, where was I? Here we go. If you schedule this into your day and make a commitment to do it, despite any negative thoughts and feelings that you may have, you will increase your motivation and create a new cycle. Now we have another one. This one isn't a will. This is sort of. The thought is, I can't be bothered. Actually, I'm going to quickly show you, so you have an idea of what you're looking at. There you go. Sorry about moving it, but I just wanted to make sure it was actually on the screen, because the screen is literally right in front of me. I have to make sure and I have to get a win out. So the thought is, I can't be bothered. The feeling, unmotivated. Behaviour, file paperwork instead of procrastination. That leads to the thought of, that wasn't so bad, it's good to tick it off the list. And that leaves you with the feeling of, energized with a sense of pride and accomplishment, more motivated. Leads to the behaviour of, doing another task on the list. Leads you to the thought of, that wasn't so bad. And that is another cycle. That's the more positive one you can get into. People that wrote this book are freaking geniuses. It's funny, really, I should know this, but sometimes you need other people to point it out to you. Right, exercise 8.3. This could be a hard one. Make a list of 10 things that you want to get done. These may be things that you have been putting off and have a negative or sinking feeling about doing. These can be for ongoing projects such as finishing painting the spare room, clearing out the garage, etc. Do chores and everyday activities such as cleaning the bathroom or replying to correspondence. Okay, number 1. Emails. I've got about 20,000 odd unread emails. I need to sort them out and through them. Need to go back to that. Number 2. I need to get a freaking job. Okay, number 3. Things I need to do. Actually, if I do that, it kind of orders the light on the camera. Funny that. 10 things that need to be done. Number 3. Things I need to do in my life. Well, exercise really something I need to do. The more I do it, the more I will do. So yeah, exercise, number 3. Number 4, need to get back into my creative writing. Doesn't matter if no one looks at it, all that matters is that I do it and feel better for it. Number 5, continue learning German. This is something I keep saying I'm going to do. I do little bits sometimes. And I'll be honest with you, some nights I just do the bare minimum. Purely so I can get that daily streak going on German, because what you need to do is like a 5-minute exercise on there and it will be another day spent learning. And obviously, if you want to learn those, you can't just do 5 minutes a day. Number 6. So I'm only halfway through this, unfortunately. Number 6, what I need to do. I need to do some proper walks. Proper country, not just sticking my backpack, walking around the shops and looking for bargains and buying crap I don't actually want. Proper walks. Proper walks which I can enjoy and make videos about. Number 7, I need to read more. I have a ton of books which I haven't started yet. I need to get into them. So that leaves number 8. I need to be more social. Need to reach out to people more. Doesn't matter if I'm the one doing the reaching out, okay? I've got to stop thinking to myself that I can't start the conversation, I can do. And sometimes, if they read a message and say nothing, it's okay. You can still continue talking to that person. Obviously, if they keep doing it, then obviously you should just say to him, but if you're on a conversation, it just ends, and that thing doesn't mean they don't want to talk to you anymore. So this is a mistake I've often made. But no more. So number 9, at least 2 more. More housework. Need to do more housework. Number 10. Number 10. Number 10, I should make a proper bucket list of places I want to see. That'd be a good one to do. Keep saying I was going to do it, but I never do. Doesn't matter how big the list is. It's like that TV show I was on about, My Name is Earl, where the bloke writes a list of every bad thing he's done. And the other is, I'm going to write a list of every place I want to see. And one by one I can cross them off. Doesn't matter if I don't cross them all off, as long as I cross some off. 2. Prioritise the items in your list. I have no idea, that's going to take a while, I'm not going through them again. Once you have considered which of these unfinished projects is most pressing, make time in your schedule this week for it. Do not try to do everything at once, which is fair enough. I'm going to have to write this down in my spare time. Or when I've done this anyway, and put it in a proper order. Number 3. Break up the task into specific steps. It is important to make a time-oriented plan rather than a task-oriented plan. Very smart. They're saying you should work smarter, not harder. So instead of committing to completely reorganising the wardrobe on Sunday, commit to spending an hour or however long you decide to schedule reorganising the wardrobe on Sunday. Yeah, little bits at a time. Sometimes we underestimate how long these tasks take and become disheartened when we can't finish what we started. This could undermine the entire point of activity schedule and minimise our motivation even further. And one of the mistakes I do with tasks is I convince myself they're going to take hours and hours and hours. Of course, the longer I take, the longer I put it off, the more there is to do for it. But when I actually do it, it's like, wait, is that it? How easy was that? What am I like, people? What am I like? You may find after you completed your time-oriented task, you want to continue with the project. Of course, this is completely fine as long as you remember that after the scheduled time you have completed your goal and anything else is simply a bonus. Number 4. Spend some time visualising yourself doing the task in your mind and challenge any negative forces that arise. Example, I can't, I'll do it later, or I don't want to. 5. Write a statement indicating which activity you have chosen, when you will do it, and how long you will do it for. Being called out here. Let me have a think. What am I actually going to do? This is hard, people. This is really hard. Now, of all the things that I was going to do, I said, actually, let's go back to the exercise. Like I said, I was looking early today. I was thinking of extending my run, because at the moment I do about 2 miles. Bear in mind, this is according to Google Maps. Okay, and it's not entirely accurate, but I said I was going to extend it, even though I'm not getting anywhere near my record. Actually, no one needs to see that again. Let's put my hand there. Yes, I was saying, I should really extend, even though I'm not making better time, I should go further. Because I was talking to my dad said the other day, I should think about doing a 5k. Because that would be really good for my confidence, he says. That would be really good. And he's right, it would be really good if I completed it. No, you still don't want to see that. Yes, a 5k. Tomorrow I'm going to extend my run. And it will be extended thereafter. So, number 6. Number 6. On the next page is a sample timetable for you to record which activities you're going to schedule. Writing them down and crossing them off when complete can help generate motivation, a sense of mastery / confidence, and increase your level of commitment. Yeah, I'm seeing where they're going with this. To help with this, a timetable also asks you to rate your sense of achievement for each activity crossed off the list. On a scale from 0 to 10, where 10 is the most achievement and 0 is none at all. It also asks you to reward yourself each time you tick off the list to further increase your motivation. By doing this exercise and targeting your to-do list proactively, you can directly influence your feelings in a positive way. And it's got more exercises where you fill in your things. See? So tonight's example is just going to be my exercise, or rather extending my exercise. So what we're going to do is, my activity, jog more than 2 miles. Achievement, I haven't done it yet. Reward, I think feeling smug is a reward. Don't you people? Or rather confidence, that is the reward. Confidence is the reward. And that, people, brings us to the end of chapter 8. It was a considerably longer one tonight. Really was. I hope you all stay to the end, and because I am still here and I feel much better for it. Really do. There's not many chapters of this book left. I mean, I've enjoyed doing this with you all. I hope you have too. I mean, I got a comment on one of my CBT videos the other day from a guy who regularly comments, and if you are watching, hello, you know who you are. I think you're amazing, by the way. And I might do more of these. And I hope you join me. So I've got 3 more mental health books up there. One is called I'm Okay, You're Okay. The other is called Mindfulness, and the other is called Break Free from OCD. So maybe, no. But anyway, I'm James. I've been doing some CBT, and hopefully you've been doing it with me. Until next time, bye.